this uh, Van Life movie review. Van Life movie reviews. I saw the best movie, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm a photographer, right? And I can't seem to sleep without noise or a movie. So I put on Tubi, and immediately I notice there's some nice framing, some good color in this movie. I don't want to go to bed. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. This movie kept me awake. Kept me completely awake. It was that good. The movie's called, I screwed up the name. The Osiris Child. The Osiris Child. This movie, number one, we'll start here. If you don't like science fiction movies, this is a science fiction movie for you. Number one, if you were to take The Professional, Firefly, The Never-Ending Story, let's see, The Fifth Element, and put all of that in one movie, that's this movie, The Osiris Child. I couldn't sleep, so I put on a movie, because usually with Tubi, I can fall asleep with any of that BS they take out on there. It puts me right to sleep every time. So I put on this movie, and immediately I noticed the color. The color is different than those BS Tubi movies. I forget the name of the film house that does them, but they're just cranking them out with Nicolas Cage's cousin and one of the lower Baldwin kids. That's what they put out. But this movie, 2015, I think, is absolutely fantastic. I was not prepared and I was exhausted, so I stopped it. I stopped it. Put on Tosh.0, because that always puts me to sleep. And came back to it. And I restarted it from the beginning to make sure I didn't miss anything. This was an amazing movie. If you're looking for something to watch and it's priced right, it's on YouTube, full length, free to watch, on YouTube's free to watch channel. It's also on Tubi TV, and it's worth every penny of what you paid for it. How this movie wasn't bigger at the time, I'm going to have to find out. The color for the movie. First, let's start with the story. The story of the movie, number one, you won't know who anybody is for the longest time until the movie decides to tell you. The story for all of the characters, you don't, like, who is the main character? Who is the hero? Who is the villain? You don't really know. You don't really know. But you are heavily invested in each of these people. And when the movie finally reveals to you who the bad guy is, or who you thought was the good guy, you realize that it's more like life. There's no hard lines like that. Not really, not in reality. In real life, all of our heroes are monsters. And in this movie, that is very true for everybody involved. It is a fantastic story. If you don't like science fiction movies, this is the movie for you. If you love science fiction movies, if you're a Star Wars, Star Trek, Firefly, Serenity fan, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. And as a matter of fact, it could have been longer. It could have been way longer. And it's not, it's kind of a heartbreaker. There are some very heartbreaky sort of scenes. So be prepared to tell the person you're with that your allergies are acting up and you need to go get some tissue because your allergies, right? Allergies. You're going to love this movie. I'm going to watch it again Movies that I like, that I know I'm going to like, I watch twice. Once for the entertainment value, and once to see what I can learn as a photographer. There was a lot for me to learn in this movie. It was that good. The framing, the color, the lenses, everything, how they put it together. I don't know who the director of photography was, but whomever he was, and I'll find out here in a minute, absolutely fantastic guy. And hats off. I would have paid full price for this movie in a heartbeat if I had known, but I'm guessing here that they put this movie down in favor of something else. And in 2015, what movies were popular in 2015 would explain why this movie didn't get the play that it should have. I never saw The Never-Ending Story, but if I had to guess what the never, because you guys go nuts over that stupid horse that died, and then the dog, the flying chihuahua, you guys went nuts over that. So if I had to guess, this movie is along those emotional lines. Not the same story, but along those emotional lines of investment and heartbreak. And I am thoroughly impressed. And I'm going to find out where all these people went, the actors and actresses, and the director. I'm going to watch whatever else they make too. The Osiris Girl, 2015. It's on Tubi. It's on YouTube for free, legally for free. Definitely worth a watch, especially when you're trying to stay warm, because this movie will get you all warm and fearful inside too. It was also kind of like, remember, what was that movie called? Oh, the Jim Henson movie with the puppets, The Dark Crystal. It was even a little bit of that in there. Check it out. Let me know what you think.